action. All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming tonight. We've got 5 of our 7 board members here up front, and we've got 2 on the phone. So we've got Dan Dempsey and Darcy Monahan. Dan's out in Victoria, Darcy's in Calgary. So I would like to call this meeting to order. Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. Roll call. You did that already, Cookie?
Everybody has been registered, yes.
All right, good. So all the people present have been accounted for and listed on the roll call. Motions. We've only got a couple of motions to go through. Tonight, actually, the most important part of the meeting is to do the 50th anniversary update. The other stuff is just normal business. So the first motion that I'd like to present to everybody is to get someone to first, second, and then we'll vote electronically like we did last year for our public accountant. And Sheila Roy's done an awesome job. So the board's all agreed that we would like to use Sheila again for another year, but we need approval from all the members. So if we can get a motion. Mark and Darcy, let's say Mark and Darcy, okay, first and second, and we'll, as I said, that will be voted on electronically. So thank you guys for that. Financial update. I am going to turn the floor over to, and I'll get Dan, I'll give you my phone so Darcy and Dan Dempsey can listen in. Turn it over to Maurice to read our financial statement.
Okay, good evening everyone. So the financial statement for 2018, so our fiscal year ends on 31 December is how we have it. So the current cash in our bank account is at 12,130. And mainly this year we had a few expenses, a few donations, but mainly expenses because of our new website. So we had to pay to have the website completed. So a total of 3,218 for this. Then the fee for our accountant and financial and a few different things to a total of 3,692 for the expenses. And we had revenues of $2,000 for the year. So as I mentioned, I'll just read the total again. So current cash in the account, 12,130. And as we said last year, there's no membership fees, and same as will continue. And with the next year, probably lots of sponsorship for the 50th is what we're expecting. That is it.
Okay, thank you very much, Maurice. So can I get a motion to adopt the financial, Whitey and Wally? That's first and seconder. Good, we'll vote on that too electronically. Okay, the business is done. That part of the business of the meeting. We'll move on to the 50th. I'm going to turn it over to Cookie here in a second, Mike Cook, to just give us a quick update, some updates that are coming to the website that'll make it a little bit more user-friendly and more informative for everybody regarding the 50th, and just to go through the high-level plans that have been made. Before I do that, though, I just want to mention some important items that Dan Dempsey asked me to pass on. Dan and Les have worked together. It looks like we're hopeful that we're going to have the Canadian Mint produce a 50th anniversary coin that won't be just a collector's item. It'll be hopefully a general circulation coin. So more to come on that. And I'll ask Dan if he's got anything to add here in a second. And a submission has also been made to Canada Post to have a 50th anniversary stamp. And the RCAF Association, on behalf of the Squadron and the Alumni Association, is going to commission a 50th anniversary print from Peter Robichaud from Moncton. He's going to do that, and the RCAF Association is going to actually cover the costs for that. The only thing that they've asked for us in return is that they be permitted to use that print on in the RCAF magazine. So some good news on those 3 fronts. And that's all I have for now. Dad, do you have anything to add? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Daryl, just one small point. And the Mint has come back and said it might be difficult to do a general circulation coin. However, I have asked that our original submission be sent to that committee with all the justified reasons why we think we need to have a general circulation coin. The commemorative coin they will do for sure. And in fact, they're talking about perhaps a larger collection of a series of commemorative coins. I'll be discussing this with them next week. I'm not sure quite what they have in mind, but I think we're going to get something for sure. And certainly our first choice is the general circulation coin, but we'll see what comes out of it.
Okay, anything more on the stamp, Dan?
back from our contact, Jim Phillips, and that submission went in quite a while ago because it has a longer lead time. And for those who don't know, Dave O'Malley, Air Graphics Creative Services in Ottawa, did a really fine job in drafting up several stamps which the team selected their favorite, and the same thing with the coin. So we're in very good hands in that respect, and we're just waiting back to hear from the selection committee as to whether they're going to approve it and which way they want to go with the stamp. So looking pretty positive right now.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks, Dan, for that update. I said I was going to turn it over to Mike, but before I do that, I think I'll turn it over to Miggs. Miggs will provide a squadron update regarding the 50th, and he's actually the one that's been discussing the way ahead with the 50th anniversary print with the RCF Association. So I'm going to pass this down here so these guys can listen in. I'll give it to Cookie. He can hold it while you talk if you want, Miggs. Okay. And then anything else, if you want to talk about Mosaic, anything you want to talk about 50th?
Sure, 50th wise, met with the mayor in town, and we're trying to get a deal on Mosaic Place. Right now they were giving us the, hey, you're the out-of-town promoters for Nickelback concert type price, and I went to it. I said we're a small community organization and we want that kind of price instead. And so the mayor's willing to look at that right now. Right now the city actually owns the building now, and so it's not the Mosaic Place Board of Governors, it's actually the city that has taken over the pricing and stuff like that. So he wants to roll out the red and white carpets for us for this anniversary, and wants to make it a deal, and knows that we don't want to break the bank to have it there. I've told him that the alternative would be to have it at the Red Knight Arena on base, which, you know, at least told him that we have another alternative if it's not going to work out. And Angie's going to get back to me on it. I told her that the mayor's in the works on it now. So I think the price that I offered was $12,300 to $14,000, depending on what the fixed labor costs were. But it's certainly better than the $28,000 that they had initially asked us for. So that takes care of that part of it. The RCF band, haven't heard back from them yet, but I went onto their website and reserved the RCF band jet stream for the dance part, and then the jazz ensemble for the actual evening. So both of them would show up at the gala that evening. And then other 50th stuff, like Daryl mentioned already, the 50th anniversary print. I've spoken to the RCF Association and Dean Black. He's been willing to help us out to the tune of about $1,500, which is enough to commission the artist and provide digitization of the print itself. So from canvas to digitization, so we can print as many of them as we want. And then there's a limited edition cost of about, I think it's $2 for the artist to sign the limited edition ones after that. So probably for about another $1,000 we would get 500 limited edition prints. And I've already spoken with Emerald Glass about doing up a framed version of that with either coins or badges or something like that. So I'm hoping it's somewhere less than $300 for one of those prints, but I think it'd be a good one. And the going in idea right now is the Canada Burst over top of the Parliament buildings, so over a prominent feature, looking straight down at the forejet. That's coming straight up at you. So you get the top side of 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9, the bottom side of 5, 6, and 7, and the nose light on from the forejet. So we're going to try and work that out, and Mache has already provided me a rough image that the artist can go with for that. So we got a bit of that going on. I think that's really about all I got for the 50th. Okay, that's pretty good. You guys need a team update?
Yeah, do you want a quick team update, and then we'll turn it over to Mike?
Okay, acceptance show went really well. Both 2 CAD General and 1 CAD General were very impressed with what the team's got going on, and I'm certainly impressed with it too. I think it looks really good this year. The opener is tight, and that's what I challenged Yuri to do this year, is roll it out and pull it up. Don't look to drone out on the 45s at all, and try and keep it in front of the crowd, and he's certainly done that. And then it finishes off with a couple really nice 9-plane maneuvers again. So I think you guys will really like the show. And Other than that, we are still trying to beautify the two hangars as best we can. We're putting lipstick on those pigs, and I'm also trying. There's a building 155 that looks right at the highway. I guess what's it? 9th Avenue, and on the way to Highway 2 there. There's a building 155 faces the road right there, and it's a giant billboard for the Snowbirds. If we could just wrap something on it, so we're gonna look to have a 15-wing Home of the Snowbirds wrapped on that building and go from there. But I still have to pitch that one to the wing commander. So we're trying out a couple of things right now on there. We're gonna stick a couple things on there illegally and see how they look, and then see if he'll pay for it. If we put 15-wing Moose John in, he might pay for it. So there we go. Cool.
Question, Skipper.
Yeah.
We were at the hangar today and I saw a big electronic sign. Is that belong to the squadron, or who does that belong to?
By the parking lot.
The parking lot there, isn't it?
Oh, that's ours. Yeah. Yeah, that's ours.
So what is the plan? What's the utilization of that sign?
Right
It
now-
should have said, "Welcome, Dan McLaren."
That's right. That's right. We'll get that on there for tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Or goodbye, Dan.
Yeah. No, is that the
Yeah, that's ours. They didn't when they put it on, they didn't quite face it any way in particular. So it doesn't face the road, and it doesn't face the base, so it just faces where the old supply building was, and nobody can really read it. So it's not brilliant. If I've got a tutor that can go up on a stick, and right now we're going to try and put that right in front of the 6 hangar. But if it can't go there because there's too much piping and stuff like that, it's going to go by the sign, and then it'll at least draw attention to the sign, and maybe we can rotate the sign at the same time.
There's only one C in McLaren.
Got it.
On that note, if you got anything else, mate?
No.
Okay, Cookie, why don't you give us a quick overview of what's planned for the 50th, where we are with the website, and
Yeah.
general update.
So the 50th is sort of going to be the cookie cutter of the previous ones. The Thursday night, we'll have the reception, swag bags, registration here. That's the plan. This is all, down the road a bit. Friday will be the hangar, or the show, sorry, and then the hangar party, flight suits as per normal. Saturday, it looks like Mosaic is going to be the spot, if we can secure that, just because of the anticipated numbers coming for the 50th. And then Sunday, we're still dealing with the brunch. More than likely the Heritage, they want to get involved, so they may provide the brunch. It's not sort of everybody giggles at the same time. People have different flights, different times, waking up at different hours, so it's not a big issue. But that's sort of it in a real nutshell. So basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Brooke Lawrence has done some good work here. We've got hotels now coming online. And as we get closer to the dates, there will be more interest generated. So the hotels, we've had several step up now at discounts. They're giving us code numbers to use to book. Apparently the Grand Hall is now fully booked for the reunion in 2020. I think the last room went last week. I think it might have been Dan Dempsey that passed that on. So that's a good sign. People are sort of booking now from downtown up, so they can all go to the Mosaic Center on the Saturday. The sponsorship package is done. It's now available, so if anybody wants to farm that out, I can send it to you. It looks pretty good. It's just 4 pages, right to the point. It gives all our sponsorship levels. The fellow that actually designed the crest for the 50th and our alumni crest put that together for us, so he's done some good work. We've already got a reply. I sent it out in 2 days. We've already got a couple $1,000 donated in the first 48 hours. And we're running up the chain to some pretty big corporate folks. We'll keep that sort of on the back burner until I hear a response, but we got some good corporate interest to this point. The biggest thing I have to say is about the website. I had another meeting today, so that's going to be a little more streamlined. We've had a few issues with tabs and just realizing everybody is probably in or over my age, so we want to keep it as simple as we can. But the website, if you're talking to anybody, get them to register. Go to the website, register, because that's where the information is going to start coming. We can post photos, we can post, we'll send links, we can send the newsletter. Went out about a week ago, I think, through our MailChimp system. But we couldn't attach any photos at the time because it's a basic subscription, but now, after today, I can figure out how to just send you a newsletter, hit the link, and then it pulls in all the photos, all the information, and everybody contributed to that, and it was a good update. So you'll probably see one of those every 2 or 3 months as we thunder into October of 2020. But the biggest thing is to get on the website. I think after the last newsletter went out, we had almost 25 to 30 people register. So as we keep sending it, tell your friends, because you're not going to get a separate email. You're not going to be on a private, a private email list. We do have that, but we encourage everybody to get on the website, because that's where you're going to see everything, schedules, the registration, the whole thing, updates on hotels, cars. If an airline jumps on board offering a discount, that's where it's going to be posted. So if you're not on there, you might miss out on some of those things, but that's about it right now. It was a little quiet this year, but now that we're getting closer, people are budgeting for 2020, especially at the corporate level. It looks like we're probably going to end up with some pretty good donations, and once we settle on a price, we'll post that, and then whatever's left in the kitty, we'll keep it in the bank and use it for future events. That's really about it. But the big thing is the package is available, so I can send that to you. If you have friends in, as they say, friends in high places, feel free to ask me for it, and you can send it off to them. I think that's about it.
Okay, you want to just pass the phone to Les? Les can give them a quick update about St. Hubertus and anything else that you can think of, Les?
Just one question, are you
Well-
keeping track of who we're pitching businesses
Yes.
to?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to know what, before we pitched it to them, or
If
so that there's no double pitching?
Yeah, and Maurice and I are,
just gonna ask.
yeah, Maurice and I are sort of gonna handle that. I'll just help her
We're
with
gonna have
that.
like an Excel spreadsheet, him and I will share.
Yeah,
with
so
all
if
the names.
if you say RBC, I'm sending this to RBC Vice Chairman in Toronto, then I'll just copy us, and then we'll have that, so we're not
That's it.
running down.
Sounds good, okay, so I can
That's
send
all.
it, and then info you if
Yes.
I need to. Okay, sounds good.
And that's what we've done so far, and
Okay.
we've got a couple $1,000 in the first
No.
week, so.
Sorry, I mean, I do a small board in Northwest Council. If you send it and then email him, if someone else, if I send it, we're gonna look bad. So
I'm only gonna send it if someone asks me to send it
Yeah.
direct to them. so.
Yeah, like, we found the best thing to do is have the one pivot point, so hey, is it okay if I send it here and she'll look on the list, or he'll look on the list? No, it's already been sent.
All right.
Yeah,
So if I wanted to send it to McDonald's, I'm
Ask
gonna
them,
ask
yeah.
you, I'm gonna send it first before sending it and then telling.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
point of contact.
Yeah, the single point, pivot point, if you will, is Maurice. She's the treasurer.
Yeah.
She takes all the money in, and nobody's going to send anything to anybody without Maurice knowing about it and capturing it on the spreadsheet.
Perfect. Because she, Maurice, will be receiving the funds. Let's say somebody just doesn't even, if I send something, they don't even tell me, and all of a sudden $5,000 shows up. Maurice has to know where it's come from, so. And we hope we're that busy that we're losing track of the money.
A lot of people send you $5,000 and don't tell you it's coming.
Not yet, not
It
yet.
happens, it may.
Yeah. Les?
Yes, sir. Beer and wine, my specialties. We started by learning that you have to drink Great Western beer at Mosaic Place. So I phoned that gentleman, and as much he understands our plight, I think he understood that Snowbirds went south for the winter and didn't really grasp